In this section, we'll explore the calculator in Build On, where takeoff quantities are converted into material, labor, and final project costs. Once the takeoff is done, the next step is to proceed with an estimate. We can click on either the Estimate button or the Estimate and Report button. Both options work the same way. So let's click on Estimate. Here we can see the takeoffs, along with the columns we have customized. Let's go through them one by one. Filters, as we discussed in the basic section, can be used to filter out any items we need. Next, after we reset, we can use the filter. Now let's talk about grouping. Grouping here means setting the higher level under which we want to group our items. Let's group by label. This is similar to what we did during takeoff when we assigned the label as roofing. In that case, we apply, and you can see roofing as a group. When we collapse it, only the higher level group, roofing, is shown. When we expand it, all the other items we measured under roofing come down. Now we can add another level of grouping. After label, we are going to select location and apply it. As you can see, no location is selected, so it appears as none. If we want, we can remove the location. We are going to give away an assembly. Then we are going to group it under the takeoff name. Apply. So let's collapse and see what happens. After roofing, when we expand, we can see the assemblies appearing. So after this is the takeoff name. When we expand further, we get the quantities that we have measured. This is how the group function works. Now, let's look at the column. The column is what is shown here. We can also just remove some of the columns so that we can show only the columns that we need. If we want to show all the columns, just click on Reset and all the columns will appear. Next, we have the Estimate views. In the Estimate views, we have My View, which is the default view, Company View, and Personal View. My View is simply the view that we see once we log into our system. This is set according to our priorities. Then we have the Company Views. Company views are the views that all estimators in a particular company can see. Personal views are just for one person. These views cannot be seen by other estimators in a particular tenant. These are personal views. Let's create our own view, our personal list. We will take out labor, contingency, profit, quantity, and similar items. And we are going to save this view. When we click on the company view, all the history will be visible to all other estimators. For our personal view, we will name it My View 1. Once we click on this, we can see our view is saved as a personal view. We can delete, update, or rename it as needed. If we go to the default view and click on it, the default view will appear. This is how the estimate views work. We have also shown how to reset and recalculate. Let's discuss this further. The recalculate option is used after we finish a takeoff and have another takeoff left. Once we complete the additional takeoff, we need to go to the estimate and press recalculate so the latest takeoff appears. Now, about resetting. For example, if we want to change the unit cost, we can set it to 20 and click apply. This change will only affect this particular material. When we go here and select 12, then click apply group level, the entire group, like this group, Angle Apron, will get this value for the whole group. Next, we have the custom column. A custom column is simply where we can provide a specific value for contents in markup or overhead markup. For example, we might want to change this to 10%. We can click OK, and the update will apply at the group level. In addition to this, we have other options such as reset. All the changes we have made will be visible. When we click reset, it will return everything to the original format, and the edited items will no longer appear. If we select Show Edited Items, only the items we have changed will be displayed. Since all these columns have been edited, they are currently visible. Now we will click on Reset and then Confirm by clicking OK. We can see that it returns to the previous values, and all the assigned items are shown. Next, we have the Quote option. When we click on Quote, it will take us to the Quote page. We can also go to Estimate and Report, and we will be brought here. This is the Quote Preview. When we select Quote Preview, we can see how the quote appears like this. This will open a new screen. We also have an Export option. When we click on Export, It exports the data based on how we have grouped it. If we collapse everything, we only get the higher level values. If we expand the groups and then export, all the detailed values will be included in the Excel format. So all of these are basic operations that help us create an estimate. There are also additional options like creating an alternate. Next, let's see how to create an alternate. We go to the More option and click on it. Then we give it a name. For this example, we will name it Alternate 1. After entering the name, we click on Create. Now, Alternate 1 will be based on the assemblies. For example, we have fascia assemblies. We also have angle apron assemblies, and all the materials related to the angle apron can be added, such as sealant. We add the material and click Add. Then we click on Next. We click on Next again. Add. Next, these materials will be added, and we can review the values. After that, we click on Save. Once we save, the alternate is saved. This becomes the default calculator that shows up. Next, if we go to Alternate 1, we can see the materials that have been added up. This is our alternate work. If we still want to edit an alternate, like adding or deleting a material, we can click on Edit. This will take us to the alternate screen, where we can make any other changes. Apart from that, when we click on Alternate, there is a Compare option. Clicking on Compare will take us to the comparison screen. Here we can see the default estimate and the alternate. When we click on Confirm, we get a comparison of both. For example, Alternate 1 is this one, and the default alternate is this one. So the difference is nothing. It is equal since there is no change in the price. In the same way, we can see the comparison between different estimates. Now, let's move on to the labor cost. These are the material costs. What we did. Then comes the labor cost. Once we move on to the labor cost and click on Add, we can see the pop-up according to the grouping we set. For example, we might not want to group under so many names. So what we will do is go to the Reports and Estimate. We go to the Group page, Reset, we just group under Label, Apply. And as we can see, we have grouped under one single group. Now we are going to click on Save. So once we save, we are going to click on Labor Cost. We can see the assembly is just working. Before, it was under many assemblies, but now only roofing. Now all these things are refined in the setup. So program and all these costs, everything comes from that setup. So just click on Add Labor and select which one we want. Then we can also still edit the values. They will get updated. If needed, we can increase the number, decrease the number, and we can delete it. And also, we keep the regular hours over time, and track work, and the number of trips, as well as how they work. Automatically, this will get calculated. Assembly labor will get calculated. So this project level will get calculated. If we want to add these labels on the group, for example, if we have many groups, not only roofing or masonry, we can add it on the group level. And we can give the additional cost, like non-labor cost. Here, it's possible by selecting a template. So project level is used, for example, in case we are going to give a non-labor cost. Non-labor cost, and we give a template for it. And select the project level. This is how this works. And here on the roofing, we see the number of man-hours calculated from the estimate screen. We will give a markup of a 10%, or by percentage, or by numbers. Then it will show how many days the duration is. So once we expand, we can also see how many regular hours, how many overtime hours are required, and what is the cost of doing this. The system will auto-calculate based on the values we enter above. This is how this works. And once done, we can save it. If we want to recalculate, we can do that. If we want to reset everything, the data will reset. Here, we can click on Add Labor to add it. Overtime during regular hours, we can continue to add more. Next, we click on Create Template and save it. This is how the report works. Regarding non-labor cost, we need to create the template in the setup. For example, trip accommodation, equipment charges, and similar items all come under non-labor cost. Those can be entered under these columns. With the calculator complete, your quantities are now accurately priced and ready for review and quote generation.